Alright, here's the video review for the TakaraTomy Diaclone Reboot WARUDAROS soldier type, where the Warudars are here, and there's a big, they've already done some, they've done some previous bad guys. They did the big Gigantor, however you say it, which I would love to get. Missed out on it when it was thing. Have an offer for a decently priced one, but it's still very expensive, and not sure if I'm going to jump on that. If we get this second stimulus thingy, I might. But for right now, I've got the Battle Convoy ordered, which is a remake of the original toy that Optimus Prime was based on, and it goes around and around and around. It looks vaguely Optimus Prime-ish, but not super Optimus Prime-ish. But looks cool. Wanted a bad guy for him to fight. This guy looked cool. Picked him up, and he is in fact cool. But here he is in his main robot mode. He's got his maces stored. These are just on clips back here. You can just unpeg them and pop that off and pull the mace out. This is for other modes, but I like using it here too. It just looks good as a bottom handle here. But and he can hold those in his hands. Although again, you do have to pop that off to slide it in there. You probably could snap it through there, but you'd really risk snapping this finger off, and why risk it? Because they're not cheap. But you can hold a couple of maces, and he's just a really fun-looking alien dude. I'll go ahead and take this off for the time being. Let's go ahead and pop both of these off for the time being. Now, one of the things that's cool about him is he's got a couple different forms. This is his base, pretty cool-looking robot form. If you open up his chest, he's got a little pod that holds a little pilot who actually kind of folds in half, kind of a theme of the night tonight, to form a little Warudar Diaclone pilot who's very tiny. But he just stores there in the pod. Just kind of plug him in there. Go in. It's tricky to get all lined up. And then close that up. In the pod. He's got these cool little spike things on his shoulders that are posable. You can spread them out. You can make them look more aggressive. But they're also on these rings. You can slot them into any of these slots here. We'll show off some of that later. But they're on these rings, and one of the things you can do is, I love all the stuff he can do without pulling him apart, despite the fact that he is modular. You can pull these different sections apart. But if you want, you can take this, flip his hand in like that, and then this whole ring can come down. You extend his arm. The whole ring can slide down the arm. Like that. You can fold this out. And now, instead of his fist, he's got a giant claw hand with like a Gatling gun. Almost like Rhinox's guns, but with a claw. So now he's got these big weaponized... Like, I just love the ease at which you can do that from his base robot mode. I like the idea of a robot that has something like that just kind of slides the gears down, and now he's just like ready to just rip somebody open like a big can opener. When you're fighting robots, big can openers are good to have. That's good life advice. I mean, just in general. So that's already pretty cool. He's got a little tab back here. You can turn him into an arm for Gigantor, but since I don't have him, I won't show that off. But that's what this is for. It's a little latching thing. You turn him into a big. It's essentially just bringing these down his fingers with this as his thumb and pulling his head down so that's not visible. And then the arms, if you take, I'm not sure where these go, but for the time being, we'll just pop these off since they do just slide right off. Actually, I think his head stays down, but you fold his arms and plug them together in front of his face like this. And plug that in, and I guess you could do that too, but see, now he's got kind of a big Devil Gigatron claw arm that you can plug in to the shoulder of the giant guy and have a big claw hand. And conversely, with the same basic thing here, you bring these down. You actually want to put these back on, bring them down to about here-ish. Halfway down, use the claws as feet. He's got a, kind of like that. Wait, no, it's this way. This face in front this way. Bring this down. Rotate these around. And then this goes on the back here, I believe. Here, you can kind of see where I'm going with this. got like a double header mode. His feet kind of turn into like graboid mouths. You can kind of see where there would be eyes, but they kind of looks like he comes out of Tremors with the graboid mouth. But it's called double header, where he's kind of this giant creature, which is also pretty cool. And again, all done without popping anything off. And you can actually also, you put these little spikes down here, you can slide this through. You can have these attached back here as extra supports in the back of the double header mode. I don't know what benefit they serve, but it does show that. So yeah, very cool. Like I said, this little, modular-wise, this little pod on this chest can come off. You can swap other Warudars in, give them like a dinosaur head and a big tail. You can attach other bits from other things, but stuff like that. But I don't have any other bits to attach right now. But that's that mode. But you can also, if you bring this back, bring these up and around like this, kind of bring these around the other way, like so, and then move this. So these claws are interchangeable, so you can just slap that out of there, bring it together so there's 4 of them together like that, and rotate that around. You can bring this around to the side here, keep this extended, do the same over here. Pop this off, bring it forward up here, and rotate it. Bring the arm around to the front. How do we do this? There we go. Like this, put the 4 facing out, and you can bring this whole assembly up, and you kind of get a cool scorpion mode going with the legs. You got the 8 legs here, the stinger tail. Here's his little head, little kind of a mouth, his claws. I saw a picture of it. I was looking for just pictures of the bigger one to see if I wanted it, and I saw this configuration for this. And that's another cool little mode that, again, you can transform into without having to pull any pieces off, I guess, with the exception of the clubs, which, again, you could plug in onto his tail. There's like tail extensions if you wanted to. You could plug them in down here just for storage or hang them back, whatever. You can store the weapons on there, but you can get a little scorpion mode. And then with these, you can pop these off. Even better. Go ahead and turn him back into his robot mode. There's humanoid mode. Bring this back down around to his lower waist. Oh, nope, that got twisted. There we go. Bring his arms around and pop his hands back out. Oh, we did these the wrong way, but that's okay because they're universal joints. You can see he's got dual hinge shoulders, elbows that go full 180, but like straight up to 90, then all the way back to 90. Wrist swivels, his fingers open. His forearms swivel as well as his bicep. His head turns. He's got waist swivel, dual hinge hips, thigh swivel. Single hinge knees, but to a decent degree. Ankle tilt, toe posing. He's fairly posable, an articulated little dude. Go ahead and open this, flip this hand back around. Oh, nope, had it right the first time. Although I guess you could just, with his wrist rotation, just rotate his wrist around, whatever. But you want the screw holes on the inside, so whatever. There we go. Anyway. But all these little peg holes you can peg things into from this guy or other things. But you can take these and turn them into like, again, the instructions show using 4 for each, which is good for symmetry. But you can give them, like I said, turn these into like ninja star type things he can hold in his hand. I say you can hold in his hand, but I guess I'm having a little trouble getting him to do that. But you can have these as weapons. All right, doesn't want to hold it, but apparently it's possible. I showed him on the pictures, but you can give him a couple of little stars like that. Or one of the other cool things that was shown was you could take these, put a whole bunch of these on here. Basically use 7 of these. I guess you could technically put all 8 onto one ring and do and have a massive, like, kind of throwing star thing. And do be careful, because when you're snapping these things, these points will get you. Let's get them all facing the right way here. But you can do them like this, and then you can take, again, this little tab on the bottom of the mace can go on like that, and you can take this, I guess you can take this off. But yeah, the end cap of this, you can give him like a wheeled spinny blade axe thing. And again, you could do this for symmetry. You could do you could just do 4 each on one of those things and have two identical blades. But you got a lot of different weapon configurations just with this base figure. He's a lot of fun. He's really cool. I'm looking forward to have him. It's almost reigniting my desire to get more into this Diaclone Reboot line, but it's expensive for what you get. I mean, they're super detailed. Like, they're nice figures, but they're just pricey. And I don't think I have the ability to go down that rabbit hole. I had a couple of the early ones. I had Dia Battles version 2, the first one they did, and he was fun too. I'm looking forward to Max Convoy, or Convoy Max, or whatever they're called, Battle Convoy, whatever they're calling him, to fight this guy. Will I get more? We'll see. Because there's Tri-Rambler and Tri-Jetter and Tri-Digger and Tri-Dasher. All of them look cool. I do have like an orange weapon pack that can go on Battle Convoy that's coming on order as well. But neat figure. I kind of want 2 of them to have like that kind of clone Waruder army. But like, there is a recolor of him coming. Like it's more gray, lighter gray, and not quite as vibrant, at least from the pictures I've seen. But fun little dude. It's just pricey. But I mean, like I said, worth the price. The quality's there, and there's a lot of neat things you can do with them. I don't know if I can recommend getting all in on these guys unless you just have money to spare. But there is WARUDAROS soldier type from TakaraTomy Diaclone Reboot. Also, I just realized that I had to fall down and grab I lost a piece to the whale beast box that I was recording a video for also tonight. And I unplugged my microphone that I usually use to record these things. So you may have some errant audio on this one. I apologize for that, me moving around. I'll try to fix that in the future. This was just a mistake, but I'm tired. It's been a long week. I've still got 2 more videos to shoot. So I don't really want to completely reshoot this one. So apologies. I know I'm going to get some complaints, but it's been crazy here lately, and I could just use a win. So have a good night. Thanks for watching.